The United States and Iran have agreed to pause their conflict. They will hold talks over the next 60 days. But among all the issues on the table, one matters more than any other: Iran's nuclear program. For years, Iran's nuclear activities have been a source of tension around the world. Iran says its program is for peaceful purposes such as energy production and scientific research. However, countries like the US and Israel worry that it could eventually be used to develop nuclear weapons. The negotiations are therefore about much more than Iran alone. At the heart of the debate lies the question that has shaped global politics for decades: who should be allowed to possess nuclear weapons? The United States, Russia, China, Britain, and France have them. India and Pakistan have them. North Korea has them. Israel is widely believed to have them. Yet when Iran advances its nuclear program, alarm bells ring across the world. Why? To answer that, we need to understand nuclear proliferation and the rules that govern the world's nuclear order. Let's start with the basics. A nuclear weapon is the most destructive weapon ever created. Since the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, the world has tried to prevent the spread of these weapons. The effort is known as nuclear non-proliferation. Simply put, non-proliferation means stopping more countries from acquiring nuclear weapons. The logic is, if only a few countries possess nuclear weapons, the risks are lower. If dozens of countries possess them, the chances of war, accidents, or nuclear terrorism become much higher. To prevent it, most countries signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty (NPT) in 1968. This treaty created not only the foundation of the modern nuclear order but also controversy. The treaty recognized 5 countries: the United States, Russia, China, Britain, and France as official nuclear weapon states. They can keep the nuclear weapons since they have developed and tested them in 1967. All other countries that joined the treaty agreed not to develop nuclear weapons, but they were allowed to access nuclear technology for peaceful purposes. Supporters say the treaty has helped prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. Critics say it created 2 classes of countries. One group gets to keep nuclear weapons, the other group is told not to acquire them. India argued the treaty was unfair, refused to sign it, and conducted nuclear tests in 1998. Pakistan also followed suit. North Korea joined the treaty but later withdrew and built its own nuclear arsenal. Then there is Iran. And this is where the story becomes complicated. Iran is a member of NPT. That means Iran has officially promised not to build nuclear weapons. At the same time, the treaty allows Iran to pursue peaceful nuclear activities, including enriching uranium. But what exactly is uranium enrichment? Think of uranium as the fuel used in nuclear technology. For most nuclear power plants, uranium is enriched to around 3 to 5%. This is enough to generate electricity. A nuclear bomb, however, requires uranium enriched to around 90%, known as weapons-grade uranium. Though Iran insists that its nuclear program is designed for peaceful purposes, International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA) inspectors reported in 2021 that Iran had begun enriching uranium to 60% purity. That level is far higher than what is needed for civilian nuclear power. Though Iran argues it remains within its rights under the NPT, others say it differently. The US and Israel argue that Iran's 60% enrichment level could allow it to reach weapons-grade uranium much more quickly. Israel and the United States fears a nuclear-armed Iran and have spent years trying to stop it through sanctions, diplomacy, and other measures. A few believe such measures are pivotal to prevent other countries following suit. Supporters say nuclear weapons keep enemies from attacking. Critics say the more countries that have them, the more dangerous the world becomes. The debate also raises a broader question. Do nuclear weapons actually make countries safe? That is why Iran's nuclear program matters far beyond the Middle East. The concern is not only whether Iran develops a nuclear weapon, but also whether other countries might decide to follow the same path. If more nations seek nuclear arms, the global balance of power could change dramatically. But there is another layer to this debate. Some argue the system is unfair. Some powerful countries are allowed to keep nuclear weapons, while others are denied them. That raises a key question. If nuclear weapons provide security, why should only a few nations have that privilege? So this is not just a story about Iran. It is a story about who gets to have nuclear weapons and who gets to make the rules.